All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews, and today, now, we are continuing with Maniac Season 1, Episode 2 of this limited series on Netflix. The first episode was pretty much a setup episode. This episode, though, on the other hand, is goddamn brilliant. So full spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the episode yet. I will be doing episode-to-episode reviews for this. Wow. Okay, so if anybody thought that the guy who directed True Detective Season 1 couldn't do better than that, this second episode is one of the best hours of television I've seen in a long time. It's really goddamn interesting. It's one of the most unique and original things as far as like the way it's done. I'm just so blown away at the world that this is, and just the way he approaches it. Again, the high tech mixed with the low tech, telling this story, these personal stories about mental illness and loss and pain and depression, and the ways that we try to hide from it, the ways that we try to fix ourselves. It's just so well done. One thing you should know right off the bat watching this show, which I really wish I had not done the review for episode 1 this morning. I was in a rush. I shouldn't have been. I should have waited till tonight to do the first episode review. And if I could, I'd go back and redo it again, because I think I could do a better job. Because you don't try to do nothing when you're watching this show. Don't try to wander around. Don't go, try not to, if you're going to go to the bathroom, pause it. If you're going to get something to eat, pause it. Because you could miss something really quickly. And yeah, it can be said about a lot of things, but I mean, this is like one of those shows where you got to be paying attention. And you will be rewarded. It is incredible. And all the little details that you can pick up in this show. Emma Stone, while I don't always like all her stuff, she is fucking brilliant in this. You got mostly Jonah Hill last episode as Owen. This is her backstory, showing how she got to the trial. Her name's Annie, and Annie has been taking this pill called A, and it's just the letter A, and what it is, it's the first step in this trial drug that she got her hands on, and she's trying to tell herself, now that the pills are about to run out, it's the last one. And so she takes it and drifts off to fucking Neverland for who knows how long. And she plans on not taking it anymore. And she's going to do some things. She's going to get clean. She's going to exercise, like she says. She's going to get healthy. And she's putting up flyers for this dog that's been missing for 7 years. I love that it's artist rendering of the dog, and it's the same dog. And so she says she's going to go to Salt Lake City and go see her sister. Then she goes to her dad's house, where we get this really interesting tech called an A-void, where it's this solitary chamber that you go into, I guess, avoid the world. And it's got all these cool controls on the side of it, talking about air and all the different chemicals, to keep somebody alive in this thing. And clearly he's in there for a reason. Something terrible has happened, but we don't know what that is. And she finds out that her roommates had taken her money, so she's needing to borrow some money from her dad. But I still can't get past how crazy that A-void thing is. That is so weird. A lot of things in this are weird. Just everything's just kind of off-center of our world. I mean, if there was such a thing as an A-void, I know there would be people in their backyards. But in the safe, he's got a gun. She's a little worried about that. So she plans on going to go away, but then when she gets to the bus terminal to go to Salt Lake, when she looks at the sign that has all the times and departures, it just suddenly starts just freaking out. It just all the letters go away until it's the shape of the drug, the letter A that the drug looks like, and it just kind of talking to her. Like maybe it's probably not really there, but it's talking about what's at the forefront of her mind is still the drug, and so she bails and goes to try to get her hands on this drug that she wasn't going to take anymore, which leads her to this park where the guy had gotten her the drugs the last time. And in the park, this guy's playing chess with a purple robot puppet koala bear. It's just like, what? It's even got its own little fucking tree and everything. And it's like, it's kind of like, what do I want to say? It's like hustling him. And I don't know if this is just like you pay like to sit and play chess with this like really good koala bear computer. I don't know. I don't want to know. I just think it's really cool. And he tells her where he got the pills. And so she goes, now another crazy thing. Okay, so she goes to this place called Doc's something or other. I can't remember what it's called. I had to rewind it a few times because I was trying to, when she gets inside the place and she's like, the guy's like, yeah, it's $300 to blackmail somebody. And I paused it. I was like, wait a minute, what did he just say? Like, where did she go? Where is she? And so I rewound it and I'm looking at the story and I'm like, nothing on that place is telling me really what's going on. And so I let it play out. And you can go to this place. Basically, it's like an information retrieval and dump where you can pay to have your background removed. And by how much you pay, it can be, really easy to get rid of and found again, or you can find, it sounds like you can really make stuff that you did disappear. But people, can pay to find out the stuff about you. And you can have other things done. Like this guy offers, like she talks to him about who she wants to blackmail, which is this lady who is part of this drug company. He's like, yeah, we can offer to kidnap her kid too. And it's like, holy fuck. I mean, this one little lady comes in with a bag full of like shredded paper. And when they open up the back room, it's people putting together all these shredded documents. Like this world is nutty, man. So she's like, no, I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want this drug. But she's willing to blackmail this poor person for it. And then she finds out that this person that she's trying to blackmail is part of another weird thing in this world, which is where people pay to have friends. Somebody that they meet kind of like a prostitute, except for friendship, where they go and you meet them and they act like they've known you. They've been given all your information. And you go on like a little, like a play date, I guess, for adults, where the person that wanted to rent you as their friend gets to enjoy the time that you have, and they pretend that they know you and you pretend that you know them. But she uses this opportunity to like try to blackmail this lady, who is one of the actresses from Orange is the New Black. There's a couple of Netflix people in here, Netflix shows people in here. I'm not going to look up her name, but she's one of the really good actresses on Orange is the New Black. And I'm going to be pissed at myself because I am pissed at myself because I can't remember her name. But she works in the kitchen. She was the one who was like against, let's not get off topic. So it's been a long day. So she says she's going to blackmail her, but she comes to her senses. Or does she? So part of me kind of wonders if like her whole plan was to make it sound like she was going to blackmail her just to draw her in and have her concerned so that she'd talk to her. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she just had a change of heart and decided not to try to blackmail this lady, who becomes intrigued and talks to her and tells her, yeah, you should be on this drug if you're not hurting anybody. And so she gets her into the test to be part of the trial, the same test that Jonah Hill goes under in the first episode, the one that he passed, because it has something to do with defense mechanisms. When the tester asks him to look at her while she asks this final question, he finally breaks the empty, the silence and says, are you going to ask me the question? And he passes. She, on the other hand, just kind of stares at the lady like, what's going on? and she fails. And so she tries again, and eventually, through some more threats, she does threaten to hurt her kid. Again, I feel like it's all bullshit, but this lady can't take that chance, so she gets her all the way into the trial. And so she's there. We now are like kind of in present time, like their present moment, and this is where they describe this drug trial, which the one actor, the guy who's the one that you've seen before, he was like smoking crack in the first episode. That's one thing I want to talk about, is they were talking about a mistake. They don't want the same mistake to happen in this trial. And of course, this guy already is like, yeah, no, not that, we're not going to make the same mistake, as he puts away his like crack pipe. But he looks a lot like the guy from Old Boy, but I don't think it is. And I've gone down so far, because this is a huge cast of people in this show. Bear with me, I really want to find him. Rome Kanda. He plays Dr. Muramoto. He looks really familiar to me. But the other doctor in this film that they watch is played by Justin Theroux, who I fucking love. Justin Theroux. Not just for other things, but like I really love The Leftovers. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And Justin Theroux is a good actor across the board. So it's just kind of fun to see him in this little part as his doctor describing what goes on in this trial. It's pills A, B, and C. And each one kind of breaks down, and it's supposed to change your life. It's supposed to be good for you. She's only been taking A, so she's been stuck in this like diagnostic section of the pill, that one that brings up all these terrible things that have happened to you. So she keeps reliving. We don't know what's happening to her when she takes this pill. But as they describe it, you know that she's kind of reliving bad shit. Which is probably why she was saying fuck you to the pill. But she couldn't stop taking it because she's feeling it seems like a lot of guilt, and she just has to keep taking that pill to remind herself, kind of punishing herself, making herself remember something that happened to her. That is all seems to be connected with her sister. When she talks about there's this thing that, you can't forgive, something happened between us and you can't forgive it. And so they're describing it like pill A, B, and C, and like C is like confrontation. B, I forget. It's like, I forget. But if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, holy shit, go watch it. So they tell you all about it. It's perfectly safe. And I love right at the end of the film when Justin Theroux is like supposed to be like, yes, and and he's supposed to put the pen in his pocket, but it's like it just keeps going. Like they're filming this, the film is still going, and he's like going like this, and he's kind of like pretends that it went into his pocket and just kind of moves it down like nobody saw that. Like they kept this little film mistake in there, really small detail, but I loved it because I wonder if that was even supposed to be in there, but it was great just how they left it in there. And if it was in the script, that's even better, really. So they all go in to sit down. They're given these vests. And they're all talking about radiation and stuff. Like, why are we wearing this? Another person that's in this that I wanted to bring up, she's sitting at the far end, and her voice was unmistakable. And I'm like, come on, man, don't fail me now. Don't make me sit here and figure it out. Because like last episode, we had Gabriel Byrne. He's only in one episode, so he's already gone. We got Sally Field coming up in another episode, which is freaking crazy. Damn it. I'm going to be pissed off that I can't find her. Because she was only in it, like... Anyway, she was the secretary from Moonlighting. The show with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. She's got that kind of voice. Curly hair. I didn't recognize her until I heard that voice. So she's in this as one of the trial patients. So yeah, they put on this vest. And they put these things up against you. And it's like the vest is for like residual radiation from the headsets. From the audio and everything. So they, Emma's like shaking and stuff. She's like withdrawing off for this pill, and they finally take it. And they close their eyes and they're like, go right into the drug. Now, right before they take the drug, the doctors are all talking again about making the mistakes. We got to fix these mistakes. This whole trial, this whole drug thing, it's all hindering on the success of this. So clearly something went haywire last time, and now we're in it. So she's on the drug, and we go back to what would be, to me, considering is that whatever that moment in her life, that because it pulls out pill A brings out all these things that are all these fears and bad things that have happened. And for her, it's this trip that she's on with her sister, who, again, another from Ozark, who I love her so fucking much. When I saw that she was in this, damn it, I don't want to. Julia Garner, who plays Ruth on Ozark, plays Ellie. She's in 5 episodes, and I think that's the last time I need this, because that's about it there. I love Julia Garner. She's a really great actress. I love her also on The Americans. So, and they act like sisters. And what's happening is Annie is taking her sister to be with her fiance in Utah. And it's like her last, they're not going to see each other for a long time. And they got the camera, and she keeps, taking a picture of her armpit, like messing with her little sister. Stuff like sisters do. And they do that fun game on the road. Like kind of a sister, just very something that I could see sisters doing, or close family members doing, where they have this game where they look at a car going by, and they say, what 80s movie, are they living in that car? And they come up with like a Freaky Friday kind of situation where body switching, and they come up with this whole backstory of what's going on and what's going to happen in this movie with these 2 people in this car. And it's really funny and really sweet. And then she like takes it farther. She's like acts like it's really happening, and like yelling at the people like, "Hey, you motherfucker, like, that's not really your body," and shit and everything. And it's really funny and really sweet. And they're just having a good time. And then they get to the hotel after you kind of see a little tension happening, because Annie keeps doing the little trick with the camera, not letting her actually take pictures of the trip. And this is where they have this really serious conversation where you're like, okay, maybe this is where it's going to go bad for them. And they have this really real conversation where they start fighting about things. And they had this moment. Emma Stone says this little mini speech about what she thinks about, like, how she feels when she thinks of her sister not being in New York, where they live, and being far away. And she says that she's totally lying. She's like, no, I'm being totally true about this, which I guess is supposed to mean that she's lying, that she's going to say something so bad that only the opposite can be true. But it's how she says it that it hit me like really hard. Because she's like, when I think of you being far away, I'm happy. And we get to be like, we get to grow apart, and we don't have to worry about, calling each other, and we don't have to feel bad about being distant. And it just made me feel really, really, just like really low and really bad for a minute. I was just like really hit with emotions during that little speech. Made me think of my relationship with my sisters, and how much I miss them. And but it's not true, but it's the way she did it in such a goddamn believable way. Emma Stone, fuck you, you're good. And they wake up, and the next morning, and it's they're fine. It's all just, they're back on the trip, and Emma Stone says, yeah, let's actually take a picture of each other. Speaking of this trip, again, another one of those high-tech, low-tech things is the gas station pumps are old school pumps, man. No computer on these fuckers, okay? But they still talk like, tank is full, please remove nozzle, like in that like speak and spell voice, just great. But anyway, so to get back to it, she's like saying, hey, we're gonna actually take this picture, it's in the car. This is like, and so this is it, because you see the road that they're on, it's bad. It's a cliffside road. You see a semi turn the corner, and you're like, oh fuck, okay. And even though you know what's coming, it's nerve-wracking, because you go, no, 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 please God, no. I do like how she says there should be a stick for using your camera. So apparently in this world, They've got all this other technology, but they've never come up with selfie sticks. And during this, the last second they see the semi barreling down on them and they get to the side. And I'm sorry, this is also really effective, man. This was emotional, man, because it's just like you barely know these people. And it's just somehow I already feel like I know them. And so when that car hits, and you know that this is that thing, whatever happened here. And so when the car hits on Ellie's side of the car, you're like, oh, she just fucking got killed. And the car spins out in an unbelievable, like, shot sequence of the car getting smashed and spun around and flipping right over the side of the cliff. And they do the inside of the car shot where it's spinning around and you can see everything, and Ellie is like knocked out, and Annie like looking there like, oh my God, as she is thrown from the car mid-fall and then smash. And I was just like, God damn it. And the semi driver, who looks like he's fell asleep at the wheel, gets out. And at least he got out. Okay, I was thinking this guy was going to fucking do a, drive off. He gets out of the car and you see that the car's down at the bottom of the damn ravine. It's on fire. And Annie's at the, like, a much further up, just bloody as hell. Been thrown but safe. And that's when the trial, they come out of the drug, and that's the end of the episode. And holy cow, 47 minutes of an emotional roller coaster that I will not soon forget. Emma Stone, Emmy nominated. For me, this is an Emmy nominated performance already. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with the other 8 episodes. I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but if this is episode 2, holy God. So anyway, that's it. That's what I got for you. Fucking amazing. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this show so far. And that's about it. I'm going to go watch episode 3 because I can't stop now. And anyway, so this is Rob at Smirking Gun Review saying, please watch this show. It's fantastic, and have a great night. Bye.